It's great to see you. How are you doing? Good. In this art tutorial, we are going to be doing our math mat. So let's talk about what we need and then we'll go ahead and get started. So for this project, we're gonna need our math mat, and you'll see that there's Cheerios attached. You'll need glue, a paintbrush, and a marker for writing your name. You're also going to need your pincher fingers for this project. Did you bring those? Let's see. All right. And if you didn't bring them, maybe you could borrow some from somebody you live with. They can let you borrow their pincher fingers. Okay. So let's first start by taking the paper clip off. We're gonna take our Cheerios and move them to the side. And I wanted to have a look at this math mat. Do you know what shape this whole paper is? It's a rectangle. Yes, we just did an art project, our green collage, on a rectangle. This is a much larger rectangle. And then do you see the shapes in each box? Yeah. Those are smaller rectangles. Remember, rectangles are squares. They're a type of square, but they're longer. Okay? And then, what else do you see on your math mat? Do you see numbers? Yeah, we have numbers 1 through 10. So the first thing that we're going to do, this is a super fun art project where we're going to do lots and lots of counting. So we're going to count to 10 together. And when we're learning how to count, if you can count, say you can count to 3, or you can count to 5, or maybe you can count to 8, but you're not sure what comes after that next number, take a look at it when we go through. So if you can count to 3, I want you to put it in your brain of the number that comes after 3, or whatever number it is that you can count to. It's a really easy way to learn counting and remember the numbers that come after each number. Okay, so let's start by counting to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. How old are you? Awesome. Do you see how old you are on your paper of what number it is? So maybe you're 3 or 4 or 5. Do you see those numbers? Okay, find your number if you can. Excellent. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our bag of Cheerios. Have you guys ever eaten Cheerios before? Okay, do you like them? Okay. Well, if you like to eat them, this is part of our project. Sometimes we do projects with food because it makes it fun. We are going to count 6 Cheerios. And these 6 Cheerios are just for eating. You do not have to eat them if you don't want to, but we're gonna pick out 6 Cheerios so that we can eat them before we get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you would like to, go ahead and eat those Cheerios now. Once we start gluing them to the paper, we're going to be all done eating them because we don't want to accidentally eat glue. It tastes yucky. Okay. I'm going to pull out some more Cheerios, so you can absolutely do that too as you're eating. But we're not going to eat any of these. We're going to use them for our math mat. While you are eating your Cheerios, I wanted to see if we could count the number of fingers we have on our hands. You want to count with me? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 fingers on our hands. Okay, so when you're done eating your Cheerios, I want you to take your marker and go ahead and write your name. And while you're practicing writing your name, do you want to count together how many letters your name has in it? Okay. Can you tell me how many letters your name has? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I don't think any of us have names longer than 8 letters. Okay, so let's flip our paper over. And I wanted to also ask you, what color is this piece of paper? It's yellow. Can we practice yellow in sign language? Okay, so remember, you take your hand, put these 3 fingers down, leave out your thumb and your pinky. And that's really the hardest part of yellow, is to keep those 3 fingers down, except for your thumb and your pinky. So if you need to hold them down, you can until you get used to it. And then you're just gonna move it side to side. Yellow. Yellow, great job. All right, let's get started. What we're going to be doing is we're going to look at the first number that we see on our page, which is that number. Do you know what that number is? Yeah, that's a number 1. And using our pincher fingers, we are going to pick up 1 Cheerio and we're going to glue it in the box where you see that number. And remember, put it in your head, we don't want to eat any more Cheerios because we don't want to accidentally eat glue. Okay, so use your pincher finger to hold your Cheerio. And take your paintbrush, put the glue right on there, and 1. Did you get it? Awesome. So the number that comes after 1, what is that number? Oh, it's 2. So now we're going to pick, with our pincher fingers, 2 Cheerios, and we're going to put them on the next number. You can put it right on top of the number, or you can just put it in the box anywhere. I'll show you where I put my number 1. See the number 1, and there's 1 Cheerio. Okay, so now we're going to put 2 Cheerios. 1 and 2. Excellent. So we're going to do the next number. Let's see. 1, 2. What comes after 2? That's right, 3. So let's count 3 Cheerios together, and then we will put glue on them, and we'll put them on the next box over where you see the number 3. See that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put our glue and stick it in the next rectangular box over. Okay, so while you're getting your Cheerios on, I wanted to show you the direction of how we count. It's the same direction of how we count the calendar too.